Okay, if you haven't done this before, you probably need to do it. You'll notice, let me adjust the height of my saw. Oh, it's not lovely, right? That sound, does that just like ring right in your body? It's because the gears inside there are caked with dust, and although there's great dust collection, the gears still get caked with dust, and there's really nothing you can do about this except get in there and clean it out. Since I'm already doing some cleaning, I decided, since I have this thing already connected, I might as well go to work. So I'm going to use this wand to get up inside the actual cabinet, and I'm going to take off my cover that I have. But in order to do that cleanly, I'm going to put the dust collector on, and it will be pulling all the dust as I'm doing this. And while I'm at it, I'm actually going to shut the port off on this guy, so I don't need this going. And that's going to give me even more suction to the cabinet. So to do that, I have a blast gate right here. That is at the bottom of that, my overhead guard there. In fact, let me show you what it looks like inside there. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that, but there's a little bit of dust down there. It's a decent amount. And I'll tell you what, that regular MDF dust kind of sticks pretty easily. So this guy covers up nicely, and this helps a lot with the dust collection. So it's just a magnet. When I take this off, you'll see dust come out. So normally when I put my vacuum on, it sucks that up right away. But it just kind of sits there and makes it so that I can keep this area nice and clean, and it pulls a lot more. You'd be surprised at how much more suction you get just by covering that up, and it keeps that dust from coming out in front. Okay, now this cabinet has lots of air leaks in it, so if you starve this for air, you're not going to get very good dust collection. You actually need to have some air coming in from outside. You want to leave some air points open. So there are some at the bottom and there are at the top as well. So this isn't a sealed cabinet by any means. But what I'm going to do is, you see these gears right there. I'm going to go ahead and clean those off with the air. And then I'm going to take a brush and I'm going to brush them real well. And you'll notice just by doing that, it's going to make that sound go away. And then what I'll do is, once that's done and clean, I'll hit it with a little dry lube and then blow that off so it dries nice. And then this guy will be good, ready to go for quite a while. I'd say it's probably 3 weeks you can get away with that, maybe a month, without having to do it again. And again, that depends on how much you're using your equipment, I guess. For me, it seems about a month. I may start to notice the squeaking a little bit, but it's pretty good, and the ease of turning and raising and lowering is so much easier when it's clean. So let me show you the inside of the cabinet. This is before I touch it. Open this slowly because dust tends to sit right in there, and I've got a cabinet, box over there, so you can see all the stuff that sits there. This is that ledge that catches everything, and this is unfortunate, but this is what happens. And you can see this is actually probably the most I've had in my saw for quite some time. It's a decent amount in there. You can see right next to the port, it's all clean. This is that nasty regular MDF dust. This just cakes on everything. So if you do a job that has that, a lot of doors were just used, so just made, so I definitely need to clean this guy. So what I'm going to do is pull this in with my hand as the vacuum collects it all, and then what I'll do is I'll shut this and then just kind of bounce it off the inside. Everything will get kind of cleaned up. Let that air do its work. You'll see it clean up, but it's going to get a little loud. So with this, you'll see everything start to clean up. So put this back on. That'll help keep this top area clean. So you hear all that? It's all that dust. Do this, you know, regularly, keep this thing clean. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get some of this out of here. And this, the best way to do this is just to put it close to the opening and just shut it hard, and that stuff will, you hear it going through the pipes here. This is 6-inch pipe. This is not 4-inch, so this is a big 6-inch plastic that's right here. I modified this cabinet and put a 6-inch on there, but you can still hear it. And this has that rubber gasket, so when I shut it, it's actually, it's rubber that's shutting on it. It's not metal to metal. But as the amount of suction that's in there, look at this. I mean, that's pretty impressive, right? And that's with this open. If I shut that, watch what happens when I shut this. Let's see how hard it shuts. See that? It's hard to open now. And that's just with putting this on. Won't get off this ledge. So I just take my hand and scoop it off. And remember that vacuum is going, so it's really helping pull all this dust away. So I'm not breathing it. Take this guy and stick it in there. Just give it a nice blow. There, and I can get at an angle. See all that dust flying up. Okay, so that's pretty good from out here. I can go from the top a little bit. Look at that, it's almost sparkly in there. Okay, let's check out the inside. shut this. That's what I want to brush. All this stuff. We'll go ahead and hit it with this brush. This is a nylon brush. Raise this up. Rotate this a little bit so I can get at this side here. Now I'm going to hit this with the air. Just by doing that, you see that? There's no sound. Just by cleaning that up. So if your saw is squeaking a lot, just clean it up a little bit. I'm just going to spray a little bit of this on here. Do this a couple times just to work the lube in. All right, it's done. Wow, that is hard to do with one hand on a camera and the other hand actually inside the machine. Okay, so definitely get one of these, and this is some stuff I got at the home center. I will put a link in the description for it, but you can cut it, and it's just they're magnetic pieces, but I like them because they're so thin and they work great, and you get a bunch of them in a pack. Let's see how she performs here. So now you know when you're clean and you're lubed up, look at this. How nice is that? It's just effortless and there's no squeaking. Just so nice. Of course, this is a really nice saw, but you're going to get good results with any saw probably. All right. we're done. Get one of these. If you don't already have one, use it. How awesome is this? And then make sure that that cap is on there, not falling off. This is cool because this is a rubber cap. It's not going to scratch your stuff. So pretty good. The only thing left really to do is to put a little lube on the joiner. Every now and again, it's a good idea to do that. But that's not it's not an imperative thing, but it will make your life a little easier when you're jointing pieces. So if you have a jointer, I would recommend doing it. I think anyway. It's best to do that. But first I'm going to vacuum so the dust doesn't stick in. Spray it on, and then wipe it off pretty quickly. Use just a shop towel. All right, so that's one coat. Go ahead and put another coat on. Okay, so that's done. So we're really making some progress getting this tools ready to go for the next project.